This is part two of a story that a woman had an encounter with a romance scammer pretending to be on a ship. She knew he was fake, but she wanted to share the encounter and a play by play of everything that was said between her and him, as it shows a pattern and shows you what romance scammers say and do to try to manipulate to get that cash. Again, this is a part two of a series. You can find part one in our video lineup. Thanks for listening. I asked him what card he's talking about. John said an Apple card so I can update my system and get in touch with the UN so I can be able to leave here. I promise everything will be possible. I asked him, what is an Apple card? John told me because his connection isn't stable, to contact the UN embassy so he can leave, he needs to update his system with an Apple card so he can have a stable connection. He hopes I understand what I'm saying. I told him I don't understand. I don't know what an Apple card is. He then kindly sent me a photo of an Apple card. I asked him what it is. John said, "This is the Apple card, okay, honey? Just get me, okay, so I can be able to communicate with you and the UN, okay?" I told him I don't know where to get that and get it to you. Also, you're at sea, so it could not be delivered to your home. John told me to take a picture, sweetheart, and send it to me, okay? I told him that they don't sell those on Mars where I live. John said, "Sweetheart, do you know, built in Mars, you can get it from there, okay, sweetheart? Sweetheart, I need you to leave there as soon as possible, okay? They sell it at CVS or Walgreens. You just have to get it, then you have to take a photo of it and send it here, just as you sent your photo, so I can be with you as soon as possible. You just have to go to the CVS pharmacy or Walmart and purchase it for me so I can use it to update my system and get in touch with the UN. It's very easy to buy when you get to the store." I told him they don't have stores on Mars. I can't purchase that card. We don't have a CVS or Walgreens or Walmart on Mars. John told me, "You'll find it there. I used to get one when I was in the state." I told him, like I said, I'm not in the state, I'm on Mars. He asked where I currently am. "My love, you can still get it with your smartphone. I really need this from you. Just do this for me. I promise you won't regret it. You just have to ask them if they have it over there. How long have you been in Mars? Are you not planning to come back to the state?" I told him, "I know you'll get it figured out. Sorry, I can't help you." John told me, "Sweetheart, I understand you, okay? What are you doing right now? Have you eaten yet?" I told him no, I'm having a hard time finding food on Mars today. John said, "Okay, sweetie, when will you leave there? You just have to do this for me, my love." I told him I wish I could, but I can't, and he told me to try my best. I told him I can't wait until your vacation to meet. If it doesn't have to be now, but like I said, there's no stores on Mars to get those cards. John said he understood and asked what I'm doing at the moment. I told him I was texting him, and he sends more sweet talk. I told him, "If your ship is on fire, shouldn't you be helping out instead of texting me?" John told me, "Sweetheart, I'm just doing in one place right now, chatting with you. It is no longer safe for me here. I don't want to lose my life." I asked why he's hiding. Why don't you do something about the fire? John said he would try his best to leave for the UN, but he can leave as soon as possible, okay? And he will be with me. I told him not to worry about that. I'll find someone else who can actually meet me. John said, "Sweetheart, I'm just hiding in one place. I will try my best to talk to the UN so I can leave here as soon as possible, okay? And I'll be with you." I told him not to worry, and he said, "I will try to hide, okay? Because it's getting worse. I pray that everything will work out between us because the sea is very dangerous, and I don't want to lose my life because of a job, and that I really need to leave here as soon as possible, okay? I really want to be with you forever." I told him, "When you leave, just let me know and maybe we can make plans to meet and finally meet each other in person." John said, "Okay, dear, I have to talk to the UN for my vacation, and when they agree, I need to do the payment so I can leave here as soon as possible, okay? You know here is not longer safe for me, sweetheart." I told him, "Okay." John said he has to talk to the UN, and once I do my payment, I will leave here. I don't have access to my money until I'm in the state, so please, can you help me with $2,500 so I can pay the UN for my vacation? Some of my coworkers left here today. I need to leave here because it is no longer safe for me. I don't want to lose my life, sweetie, and I can't wait to be with you, honey. He then sent pictures of his coworkers leaving a ship. And as you can tell, some of the coworkers had left today, dear. I need to leave so I can be with you. I asked him why you have to pay the UN for a vacation. That makes no sense. John said he needs to pay the leaving permit certificate before he can leave, and it's very important. Once I have the leaving permit certificate, I can then be out of here immediately without delay, my love. You don't have to be afraid, my love. Everything will be possible. Trust the process, my love. You know I work in the sea and don't have any way for a bank over here. My love, I also have rewards from UN organization, but without the leaving permit certificate, they won't let me leave because that will prove that I am not working with them anymore. Then I can take my flight directly to you. People are leaving now because they are having a leaving permit certificate already. You just have to understand my situation. I'm not here to use you, okay, my love? You pray to God as I do so we can be together. I want to see you face to face. Then you will know I love you so much, my queen. I told him I'm not in the States either, so I don't have access to my funds either, but even if I did, I wouldn't be able to send you that kind of money because if you recall, you asked me what qualities I do not like in men, and I told you I do not like needy men who can't take care of themselves, and it appears that you don't know how to take care of yourself, so I'm sorry, but I don't feel like you are the man I thought you were, and I think you should go find someone else. John told me that he's really ashamed of himself because I'm asking a woman to help me. You know why I tell you to help me is because I don't have access to my money, sweetheart. I wish I had access to my money and then I would not bother you. I really want to be with you, sweetheart. Once I come to the state, I will pay you back your money, okay? Trust me, the leaving permit certificate is $2,500, and then I will be permitted to leave by the UN organization. You don't have to be afraid, my love. I'm not here to use my love. Trust the process. I told him, like I said, I'm not in the States either, and I don't have access to my funds either. I'm sure you'll figure out a way to pay the leaving certificate. John asked me how when he doesn't have a connection to reach out to friends. I can come to you, and then we can both go to the bank together. You can still send over there, please. Just do this for me, and everything will be possible, my love. I told him, like I said, I'm not in the States either, and don't have access to my funds. My love, just do this for me, he said. I don't want to lose you, my queen. I told him I'm not able to. I don't have access to the funds until I come home back to the States. I'm on Mars, remember? If you can't wait until Christmas when I return, then I'll be able to maybe then. John said okay, that he would wait, and asked when I'm returning to the States. I said around Christmas time. John said he was so glad that I was with him and doesn't want to ever lose me. He loves me so much, and sent me a bunch of romantic roses, emojis, and more pictures. I said to him, I see you're still online, so you don't need the Apple Card after all, do you? You were able to get the leaving permit? John said his coworker connected him to Wi-Fi, and that's why he can somehow still communicate with me. I told him good, and maybe your coworker can help you with your leaving permit certificate too. John said, Sweetheart, I have not been communicating with the UN since the UN is not on Facebook. I told him okay, and I'm sure the UN is on the internet though. John told me he cannot connect to the communications of the UN. I used to communicate with them on the website. Do you have any way to get me the cards so I can communicate with the UN? I told him no, I don't, so I guess you'll need to stay on the ship until you figure it out, and I'll make other plans for Christmas. John said he had a solution. You can get me the Apple Card online if you don't mind asking, sweetheart. He then sends more romantic emojis and expressions. I told him I would love for us to be together for the Merry Christmas, but I don't think you'll make that happen. You don't seem to have it all together with the communication of the UN. John said, Sweetheart, when you return, you do the payment and I'll leave here. I told him it's up to you to do the payment. I'm not making any payment. John said, I do not have access to my money unless I'm in the state. You know I love you. And I told him, you didn't plan that very well, so you are just using me for money. He told me, no, don't say that. You know I love you. And I told him, I think I'll just leave you on the ship. John said, no, sweetheart, I'll try my best to talk to the UN and I'll update you. I'm not here to play games with you. I really love you with all my heart. I told him, no, you're playing games. Don't say that, he said. I have never said this to anyone before, but I'm telling you today, you make me believe in soulmates. I have never met anyone who is as perfect for me than you. I love you. When you find me with myself and happy, and when you go away, my happiness goes with you. You are everything I want, baby. You are my life. I love you. I told him you're just a bunch of words and anyone can talk that way, but you've never shown me in any way that you love me. You just want my money. John said, No, sweetheart, I really love you. When we'll be together, I'll prove my love to you. I'll never hurt you and I'll take care of you and treat you like a queen. I told him we won't be together and you know it. All your little emojis mean nothing. John said, I promise to wait for you even if it's forever because I know no matter how long I wait, I will never find someone like you ever again. I told him then do something about it instead of talking about it, and he sent more flowers. John said I was right and he would try to talk to the UN, and then he sends pictures of some injured men. As you can see, it is no longer safe for me here, sweetheart. I don't want to lose my life. I need to leave here as soon as possible so I can be with you. What do you think about that? I told him, well, all I can say is you better figure it out instead of just talking about it. If you don't want to make it, don't worry. I'll find someone else. John told me not to say that and that he will make it, and he needs for now to keep on praying for him. Some of his coworkers had left today, and he'll make it. I told him just to leave with your coworkers. He said he can't because it's not done by the payment. Once I do the payment, I will leave. But I do have good news. I talked to the UN, and they said to me that once I do the payment, I can leave. So when you return back. He wanted to know when I'd be back from Mars, and I told him, I'll return back to the States, otherwise, I'll just stay where I am unless you're not coming. Really, John said. I understand you, honey. Once I make the payment for my flight ticket, I will be in the state. That is why I asked you to pay for the flight ticket so that I can be able to leave here. I really want to leave as soon as possible because the sea is no longer the same and anything can happen. Believe me, with God, anything is possible. I told him that's good, so ask God to make your payment. How did your coworkers make the payment? It's not my responsibility to pay for your flight ticket. You don't appear to be a very responsible man and clearly lacking intelligence. He told me I was wrong and I don't understand how it is over here. I told him, well, you said with God anything is possible, so God will make your payment, and you don't need me to do that. It's not my responsibility to take care of you. You need to learn to take responsibility for yourself. John asked why I'm saying that, and I told him it's because it's true. He said, the only way I ask you is because I don't have access to my money, and that's why I ask you to pay for the flight tickets so that I can be in the state. I really want both of us to be together. I love you from the bottom of my heart and can't do anything to lose you. I asked him how his coworkers got access to their money. Ask one of them. And I have a better solution. Give me the name of your bank and your account number and your password, and I'll see if I can access your funds for you and send them to you. John replied, Honey, sharing such sensitive information is risky, but I trust you. I have all the details in my locker and I'll send them to you. My account is under a bank restriction, so I can't access it until my contract is done. I'll send everything to you. Do you doubt me? I really want us to meet in person, which is why I'm asking for your financial support. Once I get stateside, I'll sort it out immediately. I told him I'll wait for you to send it to me. He then sent me a picture of a credit card from a Chicago credit union. Sweetheart, you can see it okay? I really need your financial support, he said. I told him I don't see anything and it's too small for me to read or even what this is about. He told me that I need to trust him and once he's back in the state, he can access his money. I told him, well, use your credit card. He says he uses online banking only and hopes that I understand him. I said, that's great. Use your online banking to pay for your flight. John said, no, sweetheart. I wish I could use it to do the payment and I would not bother you. I really need your financial support. Please, I promise you, when I am in the state, I will pay you money back. I know it is not easy over there with you, but please try your best, okay? And I hope you understand me. He then sent me a picture of some paperwork. Sweetheart, the UN Embassy has approved my vacation. All I need to get out of here is just pay for my flight ticket so that I can be with you. Please, I really need you at the moment, sweetie. I don't want to lose this opportunity. You know that Christmas is coming. The UN Embassy just emailed me and said that I really need to pay for my flight ticket so that I can be able to leave here. You know that the sea is no longer safe anymore. I told him, then pay for your flight ticket and leave. Quit begging me for money. John said, Sweetheart, if I had access to my money, I would not bother you. It is because I don't have access to my money. I said, then let me know when you have access. John said, before I can have access, I need to be in the state, sweetheart. You need to trust me, okay? Then I told him, just return to the state and go access your money. John went back and forth saying that I need to understand him and it's not safe and he wishes he had access to his money and he wouldn't bother me. Do you want me to lose my life, sweetheart? I don't want to lose you. I really love you with all my heart. I told him it's best for you to stay on the ship since you don't think ahead or have access to your money, and I don't want a man who doesn't think ahead and use his brain, and I especially do not want a man who begs money from a woman he's never met. John said, Sweetheart, I can't do anything now. I'm in the state. I can access my money when I'm in the state. I'm trying my best to, sweetie. I'm really ashamed of myself for asking a woman to help me. The reason I tell you to help me is because I want to be with you. I don't want to lose you because I love you. I need you to try your best so I can leave here, and I promise you that once I'm in the state, I will pay you back your money. I need you to trust me. He then sends me more pictures of coworkers leaving a ship and some kind of explosion. John said, You can see some of my coworkers left today. I need to leave. I don't want to lose my life. I want to be with you. Try to understand that, okay? I told him, No, I want you to stay there. I think that's the best place for you, or you could get with one of your coworkers and have them lend you the money. If they have access to their funds, why don't you? Or you could introduce me to one of your coworkers and I could meet one of them instead of you because they seem to be more intelligent than you. John said, Sweetheart, it's their relatives that do the payment for me because it is no longer safe, sweetheart. Why are you saying all this to me? You hurt me with your words. I told him, Well, and I guess you're stuck. John said, I'm really ashamed of myself asking a woman for help. I'm really ashamed. I told him, I'm only sorry you feel hurt, but you'll eventually figure out a way, I'm sure. John told me he doesn't have anyone but me. Please help me so I can leave here because I don't want to lose you and my daughter. I told him, You'll figure it out, like you said. With God, all things are possible. John told me I would love to spend Christmas with you, okay? I said, Well, figure it out and we could meet. Sweetheart, I need your help, please. My daughter is very worried about me because she doesn't want to lose me because I'm the only one she has right now. Please, for my daughter's sake. I said, Have whoever is taking care of your daughter pay your way then. He told me he could not do that, and you need to understand me, please, sweetheart. When are you coming home? I told him I'm not coming back home unless you come meet me. And since it doesn't look like you'll be able to leave, I'm making other plans for Christmas. He said, Really? So, sweetheart, just do the payment and we can be in the state. I'm here for you. Trust me. I told him, like I've told you before, I don't have access to my funds either. And he said he really wants us to be together. Well, like you said, God will provide for you. John said, Yes, sweetie, I know you told me that, and you would return home on Christmas Day. I really want to spend Christmas with you, honey. I do not believe in on phone communication. That is why I want to be with you, so we can live happy life together. What do you think? I told him, I don't care what you want. Why would I pay for you to come back when I don't want to spend Christmas with you? You're too needy and whiny all the time. John said he was ashamed again for asking for my help, and I told me that he wants to be honest with me and asked if I have feelings for him and to be honest. I told him not anymore. Maybe you can find a woman who needs a needy, depending man and who doesn't know how to take care of his own needs. John said, Really, why, sweetie? Is it because I asked you to help me? Is that why you're saying all this to me? I say you don't love me. I told him, You're finally understanding me. He said, You think I'm after your money, but I'm asking you for help out because I love you and I want to be with you. Don't think I'm after your money, okay? I said, You're not after my money, then quit asking me for it. John said it's fine and that if I don't want to help him out. I said, Finally, you see what I've been telling you for so long? He then sends a bunch of sad heart emojis. He told me that I hurt him with his words, and you know what? I told him, Just like you have hurt me by not coming to share Christmas with me. John said, Sweetheart, I really want to spend Christmas with you, honey, but I don't have access to my money until I'm in the state. Please, can you come to the state for Christmas? Please, so you can have access to your money? Please, so you can help me out and do the payment so I can be with you this Christmas, okay? I told him, what part of no don't you understand? He said he was really sorry and he won't bother me again, but he'll let me know if he dies. I'll still love you if I die here. Please take care of yourself. I love you. I told him words are cheap. He told me each time he looks at my gorgeous face, his heart will melt into love, and he can't stop thinking about me, and he loves me and means everything. I value you more than I value anything or anybody in the world. I love you and I'm very serious with you. I'm working here in the middle of the sea. That's why I can't access the bank to get my money for the flight ticket. I told him, yes, you've told me this many times. No worries, just stay there. John said, come on, I can't stay here when there is war. Do this for me. I promise you won't regret it. I asked him, what war? There's no war on the news that would cover that. Sounds like you're not telling me the truth now. He said, on the ship, it's not safe. Anything can happen at any moment. I told you the gas plant was on fire. That's why I need to leave here and come to you. I told him to stay safe. He told me he wants us to be together for Christmas and for me to give him my heart and everything will be possible. I told him I'm sure you do. John said he's not going to turn my back. I'm not a bad person. I have to try and contact my bank manager because the UN organization compensated me $1 million to my account and my contract funds. I told him then use the $1 million to get home. He said, dear, you know I'm in the middle of the sea and I can't access my bank. Can I trust you, honey? I told him then obtain it, claim your rewards, and he sends me a picture of a box of money. I said, well, it looks like you have plenty of money. John said, honey, there's the money that the bank manager said I need to inform him so he can pay everything, but now there's no connection and I can't reach out to him because he's not on Facebook. Honey, you know my job. Money isn't a problem. I just wish I could get out of here sooner and then I could start my life and make plans for the future. I told him, how'd you get the picture of the money if you have no connection to the bank manager? He told me that right now it's getting out of hand. I need to get out of here. If there was Wi-Fi on Facebook, but there's no other applications that work. I said, then use the free Wi-Fi. But that's the case. He said, I can't connect to him on Facebook, only on Yahoo email. I said, well, then I guess you're really stuck, ain't you? John said, that's why I need the card so I can update my system and reach out to the bank manager. And then I asked him, what are you going to do then? He said, I'm telling you the truth. Because the signal connection isn't stable here, I need to reach out even to my daughter right now. And I told him, you don't think things through, do you? John said, I'm just thinking because I know when the UN helicopter will arrive because I need to connect up and have my leaving permit certificate so I can leave, get my money. I never thought it was going to be this way. It's such a lesson. I told him, take the UN helicopter when it arrives. He told me, no, I'm going to try not do that anymore because of money. Before I leave, I need to inform the UN first, so they're going to permit my leave. If not, I could have left long ago. I told him to jump off the ship and start swimming. He told me, don't think I'm here to use you, my love. Give me a chance. Then you will see things for yourself. I told him I'm sure I would. John said how the sea is the biggest in Norway. I'm not here to take responsibility for your personal granted. Just give me your heart and I'm going not to hurt you. I can't continue this way when life is full of joy and happiness. I need to be home so that we can be together for the Merry Christmas with our kids. My love, just do this for me. I promise you won't regret it. Everything is going to work out and I'm not going to leave you behind when everything is good. Trust me, I'm not that kind of human. I told him, well, like I said, I've had told you before, I don't have access to my funds either. Why don't you believe me? Why do you think that you are the only one without access to your funds? He said, okay, and he understood. And when I returned back home, will I spend Christmas over there? I said, over where? He said, I mean, will you spend Christmas in the state? I told him, no, only if you're there. John went on again about how he really wants to spend Christmas with me, but I don't have access to my money until I'm in the state, honey. Please, when you return back home this Christmas, can you help me out and make the payment as soon as possible? Please, when I'm in the state, I'll pay you back, okay? I told him I know you want to spend Christmas with me, but apparently you cannot come to the state since you don't have your money. John said yes, that he wants to spend Christmas with me and he really loves me. I told him, well, it's just not possible. He said that he wished he had access to my money. I didn't know this would all happen to me right now, and I'm very tired of myself. So, sweetheart, do me this favor, please. I said, "Why would I send you money to spend Christmas with me when I don't want to spend Christmas with you?" John said he knows and I need to understand him, and I'm telling you to help me out because I don't have access to my money. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother you. He told me, "Thank you for understanding me, sweetheart. I want you to do this for me, please. Can you return back home, please, so we can spend Christmas together? Once you return home, you can have access to my money and you can do the payment and I can be with you. What about that? Once I'm in the state, I'll pay you back your money, okay? You need to trust me." I told him my mother told me never to trust anyone who said trust me. "Really?" said John. "You need to trust me. You know everyone is not the same, and when I mean trust me, I mean trust me." I told him, "Okay, I'll return to the States immediately and I'll help you out." John said, "Okay, sweetheart, and I'm very happy to hear that from you. So, honey, please tell me when are you going to return back home so I can be with you? I really love you with all my heart. I want to prove my love to you. I don't believe in phone, okay? My love for you is like the stars in the sky, endless, shining, and always there, no matter the distance. Why are you not replying to my messages? I hope all is good with you. Honey, are you there?" I told him I've been busy traveling to the States. John said, "I can't wait to see you in person, my love. It takes all my strength, patience, understanding, and discipline to build a responsible family where there's love, peace, and harmony. I pray for the both of our lives to come together and pass. I hope you will be able to make out time for us together when I arrive. Sweetheart, when you return home, let me know. I love you. I want to be with you. I can't wait to be with you." I asked him when he's going to arrive, and he said, "Once you are in the state, just let me know as soon as you do, and you make the payment. I will leave in less than 4 hours. And when are you returning to the state? Are you there? I really want to talk to you. Are you busy? I hope you're good. Why are you not replying to my messages?" I told him, "You're really needy, aren't you? I can't respond immediately to all your messages." John said, "Okay, my love, safe journey. Let me know when you arrive. I can't wait to meet you, my queen." I told him I finally made it back to the States after some time. Wow, that was quite a trip from Mars. John said that's good news and he was very happy. "That means I will leave here and I can meet you and we can spend Christmas together. Where are you? Are you home?" I told him I'm not at home, I'm in the state. John said, "Please, sweetheart, take care of yourself. I promise to love you till eternity. I love you truly, madly, deeply, forever. Sweetheart, can you have access to your money now so you can do the payment so I can leave here as soon as possible? I really want to be with you. I'm very happy to spend Christmas with you, and don't worry, everything will be fine, honey." I told him, "Yeah, all you want is access to my money." John said, "No, sweetheart, you don't know how I feel over here. I'm very happy that I want to be with you. I will talk to the UN so they can send me the address so you can do the payment. I really love you, sweetheart, and don't worry, everything will be fine." I told him, "Okay." John said, "The UN has sent me the address so you can send the money today, okay? I love you." He then sent me the name and address and banking information of a woman in Texas. I was surprised. I thought he would send me some banking information for some kind of fake UN account. I thought that perhaps this woman was also being scammed, and I called the bank and told them the story and told them they might want to contact her and let her know what's going on with her account and close it, as I wouldn't want my banking information being sent to random people here on the internet, and they said they would do so. We'd like to thank this lady for sharing her story. I know it was a little bit long, but this actually is a play by play on what scammers say and do when they try to scam victims. They constantly ask for money, and then after asking for money, they reassure the victim that they really love them. And it's all part of the scam, it's all part of the whole manipulation of a fake online romance scam relationship. If you'd like to share your encounter you had with an online romance scammer, you can drop me an email, scammingscammers@gmail.com. Any screenshots, any information helps me to verify your story, and I will narrate it into a video. And as I said, as of February of 2025, I'm a little bit backlogged on stories. So if you do submit your story, please give me a couple weeks to go through it and narrate it and upload it into a video. Until next time, take care of yourself and stay safe.